You know how on YouTube I only do YouTube videos if a brand sponsors it? Not because I'm a money-grubbing whore, but because I fucking hate YouTube. It's a goddamn nightmare trying to get that fucking thing to remain a stable source of income. YouTube, even without brand sponsorships, is just this fucking like roll of the dice as to whether you're actually gonna like make any gain on the effort that you put in. So you sit and you make a video in 5 minutes and upload it, and it might get 1 million views or it might get 10. You sit and make a video for 3 weeks, 6 months, 2 years, upload it, it might get fucking 10k views, it might get fucking 100,000 views, it might get 2 million views. You just don't know. The fucking disparity between how much fucking chance there is of you making any money and justifying your time into putting the effort into whatever you create, as if you're doing it for the sole purpose of making money, which for me is all I really use YouTube for at this point, because I've been off of the website for so long. It's not really a thing that I consider to be, you know, I don't feel like I need to express myself creatively on it, right? My only really creative expression that I really bother with anymore is D&D to a degree. I put a little bit of effort into some writing and stuff on that, and that's about it. I don't really try anything anymore. I've become too much of a fucking nihilistic, I've given up person. I don't have a lot of passion to squeeze into any projects anymore. I just don't fucking care. And YouTube is just a platform now that is designed for Jake Paul and people like that, you know, like those sorts of creators. It's designed for like clean content. YouTube are trying to funnel all of the money upwards. They put the more expensive ads on the videos that they know are going to make a lot more money because they know they're going to get a lot more views. Creators that already pull in a guaranteed multi-million plus view video will get all of the premium ads and stuff, and then they slam them on things like Jimmy Fallon and Kimmel and all those fucking videos and things like that. So if you're a kind of if you're an under the 1 million subscriber creator and you don't guarantee those views, it's really hard to lean into, to trust and justify making that your job, your sole income, because the stability there is just fucking wild. It's like a fucking river rapids. You have no fucking idea. So it's really difficult to trust in that system, which is why I stream. I think I'm better at making videos. I'm definitely better at post-production than pretty much anything else in the world. I'm not as, you know, interesting. I have a monotone voice. I should be doing documentaries or something. I don't know. Really good at post-production. My comedy is better when I'm able to like fine-tune it and twist, you know, my jokes and have some impact and stuff. And I'm okay at live editing and stuff, but I don't really bother with it that much anymore. Again, this is minimum effort. Everything I do is minimum effort because it's my year off. YouTube is fuck all, right? Anyway, I have a brand manager who says to me every now and then, "Oh, I've got this offer for you. Do you want to work with this brand? This is what you have to do. This is how much it is." And it's just insane to me to not say yes. Everyone on YouTube is one of these fucking people, one of you fucking people. And I don't care about anyone on that channel. You know, like, it's not like people... A lot of the people on my YouTube channel are really just kind of... The demographic skews a little younger than here. For the most part, you guys here are around my age, I think. Late 20s, early 30s seems to be the demo that I have here, which is great. And I think I've garnered that because you are the only people that understand my true sense of humor, my disposition, how I approach things in life is a little more skewed towards an older audience now. I'm pretty, you know, hey kids. But I, you know, like, I understand memes and I'm generally in touch with kind of what's going on. But, you know, in terms of my disposition, I'm an old man. And I think it works better here. So it means that, yeah, boomer chat. You know, I don't really pander to the younger audience. But the thing is, the younger audience is really where you get the fucking insane views. It's why Logan Paul has fucking 5-year-old army fans and stuff like that. It's pretty hard to get an older audience on YouTube to follow you without it being something that you've established years and years ago, and the audience were younger and grew up with you, right? Which I kind of had the chance to do, and then threw it all in and went and worked for PewDiePie instead and gave up with YouTube. So now on YouTube, I find that my audience still skews quite young, probably because they come from PewDiePie for a lot of them. So in order to get the views, which is the only point, if I'm going to upload something on YouTube, I'm not going to put any effort into making something creative. Sometimes I want to, and I'm like, and then I don't do it, because it just would sit really awkwardly on the channel at this point, and I think it's a little easier for me to just kind of do some sellout stuff on there. If I do sellout stuff on there, get a brand deal once or twice a month, it means that I don't have to squeeze you here as much, and I can just be more relaxed with you day to day, and not have to constantly fucking be like, hey, incentivized. Hey, if you subscribe, I show you my fucking ball sack. You know, I don't have to do that here. I get to be a lot more relaxed, and I feel way more comfortable doing that. It doesn't flare up my anxiety. It doesn't make me crazy. And I much prefer that kind of content. Some of the only streamers I watch on this website are the ones that fucking retained one modicum of their integrity behind. I can't stand anyone else that's just doing the fucking endless fucking desperation claw, and yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not into it, and I don't want to have to do that myself. I feel uncomfortable doing that. You know that. Anyway, YouTube at this point has just become this thing where if someone wants to offer me money to upload something on what I consider to be a dead platform, on what I consider to be my fucking dead channel, then sure, I might as well take it. I got fucking mouths to feed in this house. I'm fucking not insane. That being said, I don't want to be just doing that kind of stuff all the time. It shaves away at your soul. If all you do is just do brand deals and videos that are skewed that way, for me personally, I start to feel a little fucking woozy. I'm not a fan of it. I can feel what is left of my tattered soul being slowly and surely drained away from me. So I accept a lot of brand deals over there, but they're under a pretty simple set of rules. When you're offered a brand deal on YouTube or on Twitch or something like that, for the most part, it's usually just this brand wants to work with you. They've looked at what your averages are, or with the YouTube, it's usually over your last 5 or 6 videos, or maybe over the last set time, depending on what type of creator you are, whether you upload sporadically or every day or whatever. And then you take that to determine a CPM, which is like an amount of money that they're going to give you based on how much exposure you're going to give their product, based on the amount of views that you average on your videos. I think it's a pretty decent system. It's really hard to predict sometimes, especially lately. I think back in the day it was a little easier, and this system was a little more reliable. But they give you a rough estimate of you give them a rough estimate of what your average is and what views they're likely to get, and then they pay you based on that, and then you can negotiate that price, or you can take it, you can leave it, whatever. For the most part, that's generally what I do. They usually ask for something which is a 45-second integration, something like that. Most of the time, you'll see those ad reads on YouTube where somebody will just at the beginning of the video, you'll click on a video that's like, Rebecca Black does a triple backflip off of an aeroplane. And you're like, wow, and you click it, and there's just a YouTuber sat there at the beginning going, okay, well, we've got a Best Fiends. Do you want to play Best Fiends? You can play Best Fiends today. Just download it. It's a video game where you can play as a creature, and if you want to get a blah, 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 Raid Shadow Legends, and you get one of those for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. They speak, they say those things to you, and that's all you get. That's it. You're like, okay, you move on. I always try and make them a little more interesting, personally. I think if you're going to be sitting through that ad, then I can add some sort of creative juice to it, because I know for a fact that I'm going to be constantly uploading with ads on these. So I thought it might be interesting to create a character that presents those to you and tries to make it a little more interesting, which is why I give it the VHS look. I have the guy with the glasses on. Ad Brad, do you want to play Best Fiends? Well, now you can. I think that's more fun. I think it's more interesting for people who don't give a fuck about the ad to watch. And I think it's I don't know. It's just for me. I think it's for me to retain some level of integrity at the end of the day. Again, I'm not too I don't really care about not ashamed of it, of taking money for fucking doing some work for a fucking soulless company. But if you do it too much, it starts to make you feel a little insane. Anyway, on to where I'm getting at. I wanted to give you some context there of like kind of how I approach making stuff. I literally, for me, YouTube is just a fucking cum dump. I don't give a shit. It's just a little fucking bucket that I shit in, and people pay me money for it. And until they stop doing that, I'll just keep fucking shitting in that bucket. I don't give a fuck about it. The platform is fucking shit. I hate the amount of effort you put into stuff only to be rewarded with nothing, and then you watch the guy next to you who literally just fucking shoved his fingers down his throat and farted out of his eyeballs some absolute fucking vapid content that went out to fucking millions and millions of people, and then you're sitting there on some fucking creative goddamn masterpiece and nobody saw it because absolutely nobody has fucking integrity on that website anymore, because that's the way YouTube made it. It's not the creators' fault. They started funneling that money upwards. That's what they were doing, because the people who were offering them money for their ads and stuff on YouTube were only offering them at premium level on those higher level videos. And YouTube for a long time had made absolutely no profit, and Google were probably fucking sitting on their fucking rim with a big fat dick about to fuck them. So they started to have to do that, and then that model changed the way people started creating content, and that's just how it is. That's just the way of the world. Fucking money wins. The fucking fat cats at the top get fucking fatter, and that's the fucking cycle of life, and there's no fucking escaping it. So you can either kind of ride that wave a little, or you can just fucking give up, move on, and get over it. I kind of get somewhere in between with a lot of it. I've always kind of tried to keep one foot in the integrity pool and one foot riding that wave to a degree, and it's not an ideal way to do it, honestly, because you kind of you don't really get the best of both worlds. You just get the negatives from both. But still, it's really the only way I've been able to approach it. Anyway, recently a lot of people have said, do you want this integration? Do you want to do this sponsor? Yes, I do. Fuck it. You're going to pay me that much money for that fucking thing on this fucking thing I don't care about? Fuck it, sure. Give me the money until it dries up, and then I'll stop uploading on the goddamn channel. Or maybe I'll start making things that I actually want to make creatively eventually. But for now, cum dump. So, recently I get one. I'm not going to tell you any names, but my manager, my brand manager came to me and said, we have a brand who wants you to do this fucking thing. It's just a 45-second integration at the beginning where you just read off an ad read. And I went, okay. They said there's a view guarantee that will need to be included based on the brand's marketing initiatives. What, if you're interested, what amount of views can you guarantee? And now a few of them have been starting to do this. These brands have started to do this kind of terrorism thing where they kind of forcibly they start forcibly having you figure out a view guarantee. Basically what it means is that if you get a certain amount of views on the video, well, in fact, if you don't make a certain amount of views, they don't have to pay you. So you still put the video out, you make all the fucking ad, it goes out to 90,000 people instead of 100,000 people. They don't pay you, or they don't pay you as much. It's terrorism, and it's insane, and I refuse. You know, I'm sitting there, and I want to fucking just preface for a moment here that I'm hungry. I'm fucking hungry. I mean actually hungry. I got pretty fucking badly cucked this year for money, for tax. There was a mistake last year, and I fucked myself over, and I lost a lot of money at the beginning. Well, when was it? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I got pretty fucking heavily fucking cucked, and I lost a disgusting amount of money because of a very small, minuscule little tax mistake. Nothing illegal or anything like that. I just went up into a wrong bracket by about fucking $2,000. And instead of being taxed 20%, I got taxed 40% on my earnings for last year, which ruined me. It honestly made pretty much the entire time I worked for PewDiePie a complete waste of time. And I sat there and went, wow. So I worked for 5 years really hard, only to have absolutely nothing to show for it monetarily. Really great. Kind of my fault. Really sucks. Really bad. And it's horrible. And I've not really let it get to me. I haven't broken myself over it. I had a couple of days where I went into an existential dread spiral. But that was also partially because I watched The Leftovers and these two things collided at the same time. And I laid on the sofa in a sleeping bag for 3 days. And now I'm over it and I'm back. Hey. So, here's the thing. Just so you know, I want you to know how much I really need the money. I really need the money. So, it's really hard to turn these things down, you know. And my brand manager's probably getting annoyed with me turning things down. Because I don't... If it's just, here's some money, read this thing off, I'll do it. It's really not a big deal. But it's all these little fucking fine print fucking things at the bottom that start to really wind me up. And I have to again look at my soul versus like, is my wife about to starve to death, and justify which one this week I'm going to allow the harm to come to. Anyway, I replied to my brand manager like, no, this is what I said. This is exactly my quote. No one in the world can give a view guarantee because no one in the world is psychic. And she was like, what? I was like, I have no idea how to answer this question. She was like, okay. I said, I'm more than happy for you to send this response on my behalf. And I also said, to be honest, you can lie to them on my behalf. Don't tell me about the view guarantee thing. Either take on the fucking thing yourself and your fucking cut. It can come out of your cut. You can lie to them and you can take the risk. Or just don't fucking give in to terrorism. So she said, okay, would you be interested in this opportunity if they didn't have the view guarantee? I said, I'm pretty happy to do any fucking 60-second integration type thing, but the view-based guarantee is retarded and straight up terrorism. This is me, I'm quoting myself. I'm reading right now a conversation that I had. It's terrorism is what it is. It's them holding a fucking gun to your head and holding a big fucking wad of cash behind you. So she said, oh, I have this other one which also has a view guarantee. And I said, okay, offer them a view guarantee. And if the video surpasses that guarantee by a significant amount, they have to pay more. Tell them that. And let's see how the fucking boot fits on the other foot. Let's see if they're willing to take the risk on their end. Because I have to make this fucking thing and take the risk all on me that if I don't hit their guarantee, then I take the loss, basically. But let's see if they're willing to do the same thing. If I fucking blow that shit out of the water and this thing goes viral and I get like a couple of 100,000 or a fucking million, well, with every few 100,000 views that I get on that video, that it goes up over the guarantee, they can pay me more for it. And I thought they was about to drop me. I was sitting there going, my brand manager is about to drop my ass. Because I turned down a couple of things last month as well, because they were like, do you want to do this fucking thing? And I was like, there is nothing in the world that's going to get me to do that fucking thing. I was like, I'm not that desperate. I would literally rather be homeless than do some of this fucking pure desperation work that people trick you into doing when you're a fucking 2-day-old YouTuber. I was like, nah. I'm like, she's going to drop me. She wrote, this is a great idea. I'll present this. You're a smart man. Huzzah! Yes! Wow. Yeah. And I really loved, so the company that I work with for these brands are called More Yellow. Yeah, they're just my brand manager over there. And the people that are there that do this, they're kind of like an agent or a manager. They take a small percentage of the work. If they find an offer like this and they bring it to me and I take it, they take a percentage of however much I'm being paid for it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Because I'd never do it myself, and they just take like all this work off of me, and then they've got all these contacts, and that is what they do all day. I really like the people that work at More Yellow. Not only are they like, they're chill, you know, I can literally write those sentences, you know, I put the word in there, and yeah, they're really great. I really like them. I've become quite good friends with a couple of people over there, you know, like we chat casually a lot of the time, and Yeah, it's just so nice to be able to just say something like that and not feel like... Because when you're at the bottom and there's fucking people up there fucking throwing money at you to fucking dance, monkey dance, take off your fucking clothes, ha ha ha, you know, fucking put the peanut butter in your eyes, ha 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 ha. You know, because that's what it feels like. It's degrading sometimes when they offer you, like, here's 3 coins and you need it, you filthy, disgusting little bitch. And you're like, yeah, I do really need it. And they're like, yeah, we'll put peanut butter in your eyes. Oh, fuck. You're sitting there crying, putting peanut butter in your eyes for this fucking brand. I don't know, man. Even though I really need the money, I'm just not willing at this point to do stuff like that. It's just disgusting. And you get the money and then what? You get it all fucking taxed away from you at the end of the fucking year. I'm not fucking doing it no more. I'll do these very simple integrations. I'm more than happy to just fucking deliver the message you want me to deliver. Take the averages from my videos. I can't predict you a view guarantee. My videos can range anywhere from 50,000 views to 1 million views. I fucking can't guarantee you anything. I don't know. I can't do it. Fuck off. It's terrorism. It's terrorism. And they're fucking swinging a dick at you that they know has so much weight over you because you're trying. You need these sponsorships to live so that you can continue doing a job that you run for yourself from home, your dream job as a creator, whatever you fucking do. They know that. They know you're desperate. One way or the other, whether you're a fucking clout chaser or whether you just want to be someone who creates things without having to fucking work for some dickhead in a suit somewhere. They know that and they use it to force things, and they just save, and that mentality to save just little bits here. They're not willing to risk a little bit of money that you don't hit a certain amount. Well, fuck you, fine. More than happy to take your view guarantee. I'll do it, but if I fucking smash the shit out of that view guarantee, you can pay me double, triple, depending on how many fucking, up to a certain point, fine. But fuck you. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving into this shit. And by the way, it's going to ruin me. Just so you know, this is like, I'm going to do this thing and I'm standing here with my shield and sword. This is going to fuck me. Just so you're aware, this is not how you play this fucking game. And it's not how I've ever played this fucking game. And it's why I'm not a fucking multi-millionaire with 3,000 viewers on Twitch and a fucking 4 billion subscribers on YouTube. Because this is what I do. And then I don't make the money. And now it's hard for me to eat. So now I've got to go and get a fucking job in Costco and fucking scan some fucking shit in so that I can come home and create things and enjoy streaming. It's not how you play the game, okay? You're supposed to be taking this fucking dick and just letting them fuck you with it any which way you want, no matter who it is, while continually fucking feeling around everyone, feeling up everyone in the fucking, on Twitter and, yeah, I'll be your friend, hey, I'm gonna be in that thing, let's do that together, and just fucking socializing with every other fucking sociopath on these goddamn websites. Fuck! Alright, that's the end of my story. I just wanted Peachy to be here because I like it when I tell him that I turn down money. He gets so fucking upset with me. Gets so upset with me. Sometimes. No, he doesn't really. It's just that Peachy and PB are my friends and I can tell them while they're here, right? Is Whack in here? Whack doesn't really feel this pain too much, but he's gonna. Oh, he's gonna. He has been over the last year of having to fucking run Table Story. We've had some really good sponsors over there, but you still have to deal with this kind of fuckery sometimes. Oh, after you all funked me the other day, I could take 2 months off. I didn't do anything. I just raided in. I didn't do anything. I just raided into your channel. Yeah, man. Anyway, I don't know. If you're a fucking creator or whatever, please say no. Please say no to these terrorists. Because this is the thing, is that, like, people saying yes to this stuff, like, I'll say no, but 10 other people will say yes, and then that becomes the industry standard. It becomes the norm. Now everyone has to be fucking beholden to these view guarantees. And we've got to fucking start saying no to shit, man. We've got to start taking some of this power back, because this is how they got fucking rich in the first place. These fucking soulless corporations. It's not a person with a beating heart. It's not a person with thoughts and feelings and integrity. It's a fucking corp. And they don't give a shit about anything that you're trying to do. And your viewers do. You fucking water down your viewership with all of these horrible brand deals with these view guarantees so that you fucking cuck yourself and cuck yourself and cuck yourself until eventually there's nothing left. All you have is a few coins in the bank that you got that year, but nothing coming in next year. We've got to start fucking... Some people have got to fucking start saying no, Jesus Christ. Because this is... The reason this view guarantee thing is even in existence is because people are saying yes, and I'm seeing it come up more and more and more. More and more companies are adding them onto their contracts. I'm not going to have any sponsorships by the end of this year, by the way. Because they're all going to be like that. Played a game yet? Fucking play game, man. Alright, I missed a lot of people in the chat because when I'm speaking I have to fucking stay on the ball or I fucking drop the ball and then I don't know what the fuck I was even talking about. Zcots, I see you in the chat. What's happening, my boy? How you doing? I had a couple of subs and people in there that I also had to miss because I can't be interrupted or I will literally collapse. In on myself like a dying star. Meters, 19 months. Thanks, boy. Sarah, what's going on? Thanks for the 7. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit. Darwin, thanks for the 10. Sharing is caring. Pay it forward. Greetings. Yeah, and this is the other thing. Jaeger Larson, thank you for the donate. Darwin, thanks for the donation. I genuinely, I know I sometimes will flippantly drop stuff like, oh, I fucking got absolutely cucked by tax and now I'm fucking can't afford to eat food this week. I'm not saying that because I want you to feel sorry for me and fucking pity donate or anything like that. It was just for context. I genuinely refuse to fucking even talk about that stuff. You know, I took like 3 days off last week. I almost killed myself. I wanted to die. I didn't know what to do. I was convinced that I have made every wrong decision in my life and that this was just terrible and I needed to fucking concentrate on other things and I'm wasting my time and this is an absurd way to approach my life. And a lot of it, I think, just came from the double sucker punch, honestly, of watching a show that was one of the most impressive existential dread shows I've ever seen in my entire life. Bam. And then also just a pretty... You know, just to see all of my savings for the last couple of years just be fucking pissed out of the fucking window. Hurt pretty bad. But I wasn't saying that to try and, you know, fucking rinse you for a few coins. I just wanted to give you some context as to why it's not just me being like, I'm gonna flex on these companies, you know. It's really difficult for me to say no to this stuff when I'm like, they just want to give me some fucking money, just suck a little dick over there, and then you fucking get some coins. Yeah, fine, I need this, you know, fucking, I'm starving, the dog needs food. We gotta fucking pay the water bill, you know, that kind of shit. And yeah, so when I mention that stuff, you don't need to donate and stuff like that.